Hi, how are you? Hope you're fine, and welcome to it's a short session. This is the mini course named Nutrition for Holidays. It's a short class to give you some ideas about food, how you can try to know more about the best way to eat during the holidays, and a couple of extra tips to give you some ideas to do during the holiday time, especially now that is coming all this Thanksgiving, Christmas, you're going to family house, so all these things together. But let me share with you this presentation to give you more information. The idea for today is pretty much give you all the details about let me share this here. Okay, this mini course is pretty much talking about things that obviously you can use for now or you can use for any other occasion during the year. Maybe when it's vacations, or maybe when it's summer, or maybe when it's parties around your family. So this is useful for any time, but I will be focused on holidays. The idea is to give you some knowledge about food, knowledge about overall nutrition, your plate, that is very important, how you can eat and how you can understand a little bit more about your body and your nutrition around your necessities are different than everybody else. And the last one is how enjoy the holidays. Number one, I want to talk about the macronutrients. The macronutrients are three different big groups. And we normally try to understand which one is which, but if you know more about them, you can take better decisions. Carbohydrates, number one, proteins, number two, and fats, number three. The idea is to be sure that you know what is each of, know a little bit about each of them, and then you can take them and make better decisions with your food. Stop thinking that you need to remove one of the micronutrients to get results, or stop eating them. Just know more about the macronutrients, give you better information, and more information in your mind is better decisions when you want to eat something. The number one is to understand that they are different. So they give you different things. It's not the same thing that your body get from the carbohydrates than the proteins or than the fats. You need all of them. Your body needs them to work every single day. Even if you are not doing exercise today, you need it. Even if you are doing exercise, you need it. You need the carbohydrates to give you the glycogen that is inside your body to give you energy to do workouts, the protein to replenish the muscles to keep your muscle working, and the fats to help you to the same energy system, and at the same time to help you another way to nurture your body. The idea is find the ones that are minimal processed and are nutrient dense. That means that are high in micronutrients and macro or micronutrients like vitamins or minerals. The idea is to be sure that you are eating carbohydrates you want, but you can choose between a banana or a piece of cake, or you can eat apple that is a fruit, but it's at the same time comes with carbohydrates and many other minerals and vitamins. That is better than a lemon cake. This is the kind of decisions that you can try to make. The same with the proteins, the same with the fats. You can choose something a little bit high in fats, or you can choose something with that is coming with avocado, or if it's olive oil. Is not the same if you choose something that is other kind of fats. The same with the proteins, the ones that are a little bit lean. Try to choose that one with lean Lean proteins give you much better nutrients to your body. That is the thing. It doesn't mean that you need to remove all of them. You need to be sure that you are choosing the best options with the minimal process option. The process, I mean, when you have high processed food, I mean that with a lot of ingredients that you don't know, with a lot of things that you don't know, with a high sugar added, with a high fats that are not the ones that you need, that your body doesn't need to. All these things, the decisions that you need to make, try to make the raw food, the raw fruits. Take a banana, take an apple, take grapes. Better than just a concentrated juice from the store that you don't know what kind of ingredients they are putting there. It's better if you eat your fruit direct to the fruit compared with the juice that you got from the store. Try to give these kind of decisions. Same with the ingredients that are coming with the food. If you are buying proteins that are pre-prepared, try to choose the ones that are a little less processed, with less preservatives, with less extra ingredients that you don't need. You need chicken, you need fish, you need the meats, but try to avoid the ones that are high in ingredients that you don't know, even you don't know what to say, how to say the words, because the idea is to be sure that you are having a better sources. The idea is to give you nutrients directly from the sources. Avoid the ingredients high processed as the flour, for example. Try to use the fiber, the high in fiber. How do you get that? For example, the white ones, or the white flours, or the white bread are high processed. To get this in that state, you need to remove the fiber. They already removed the fiber. That is a great thing. Try to use the bread that is whole bread, that is coming with the whole part. They didn't remove the fiber that help your digest system, and at the same time help your body to feel full for a long time. So if you prefer to eat something, try to find the whole wheat bread compared with the white bread that is coming. Both probably, calorie speaking, are the same. But if you take the nutrient speaking, the whole wheat bread is better compared with the white, because this one, the white one, is without fiber, and they already added extra things to remove all the good things, and this one keeps the fiber and the nutrients because they didn't remove it. So that is the reason that you need to find the whole wheat bread, the whole wheat options, they want the flours, to include in your nutrition. So try to find that options. It doesn't mean that the white or the other one, maybe both are 100 calories, both piece of bread, but the nutrients that you get from this one are higher. That is the number one decision that you need to make. Normally we refer to sugars or starches, or as a simple and complex carbohydrates. There are the different definitions that you can find in different ways. For example, the starches are the grains, the corn, the rice, the vegetables, the beans, the wheat. But any examples of sugar includes the sweets, that are the candy, the sugar, the sugar cane, the fruit, or the milk. Except for lactose, that is the sugar of the milk, and the glycogen, that is the storage form of carbohydrates in the body, all the carbohydrates are plant-derived. I mean, the glycogen is the way that your body, when you get the carbohydrates, the body transforms that one in glycogen, and then that is the glycogen that is stored in your body, that then your body used to as energy source. That is the option. That is the way that you get the energy. Except the lactose, that is the milk sugar. You know, probably if you are lactose-free person, because this your body is not processed very well. So those options are different ways to talk about carbohydrates. But in general, you can get different options for carbohydrates. You can get starches, or you can get sugars, and you can get complex or simple, depending how is the composition of the carbohydrate. One important thing that you need to take in consideration is that 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4 calories. It's not 1 to 1. It's for any gram of carbohydrates, you get 4 calories. And if you have 5 grams of carbohydrates, you need to multiply for 4 calories, and then you get the quantity of calories that you are getting for that specific product or that specific food. Now we move to the proteins. The proteins are eggs. The list is extends: fish, chicken, tuna, salmon. In different ways, you can get proteins, or you can get food with different levels of protein. Some of them depend on the quantity or depend on the needs. You can calculate your own daily protein needs according with your necessities daily of 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. You can know how many grams you can get of protein. It's a general calculation. But if typically depends of the quantity of workout that you are doing, you can increment that number based on the calculations, because you need more, because you are in a different level. Because if you need a little bit more protein to help your muscle to grow. This is different for athlete compared with a person that do workout 3 times a week. It's different. What is your recommendation based on your necessities? Because you need to grow your muscle, and your body needs more protein, so you probably needs a little bit more than 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Here I explain you how you can do it, very easy, and just check it out, that one, every single time that you need to make adjustments to your nutrition plan. This is the reason, because in general, depending on the activity level, light to moderate or moderate to vigorous is dependent on the type of exercise that you are doing too, or you are not doing. But the minimum one is 0.8. But you can see here in the table, you can see the different options here from 1.7 to 2.2. The idea is to be sure that you know what is your level of exercise in your current activities. And based on that, you can increment the protein needs based on your body weight too, because my body weight is different. My type of exercise of general activity is different. So that depends on what are you doing, what is your body weight, and how you need to make the adjustments. So this is a table to give you a better idea, but in general, the minimum one is 0.8 grams for kilograms of body weight. The second most important factor in meeting protein requirements is the type of protein that we consume. The protein quality refers to the number of essential amino acids contained within and the digestibility of a protein-containing food. Protein quality also refers to the completeness of a protein. We probably don't have a protein with the whole essential amino acids. We have non-essential and essential amino acids list. When you have a food that is coming with you can combine a food that you get the all essential amino acids, you are having a very complete protein. Complete protein is a food source. It's a food source that contains all essential amino acids in appropriate quantities. In general, animal proteins are complete proteins and plant proteins are incomplete proteins, with the exception of the soy, which is also complete protein. Especially the vegan people that are a little bit more plant-based protein people need to be sure that they are getting the best combination to get the right protein, or to get all the essential amino acids, because the sources that they use normally are not exactly the complete one. So they need to make some combinations to be sure that all together I'm making a complete protein to compare with the animal proteins, okay? For example, you can create your complete proteins. Try 2 incomplete proteins. Then when they consume together, you mimic a complete protein by providing all the essential amino acids. For example, 2 incomplete forms of protein can get you a complete form. So you can try to find 2 ways, two different foods, and eat it together, and then you can create a complete protein, and that is the way. A very good option to make this kind of combination to keep you getting the right resources. Here again, the carbs and the protein are exactly the same. 1 gram of proteins contains 4 calories. So this one is important information, because if you want to do 1 gram of protein, 1 gram of carbohydrates contain 4 calories each. So you need to make the numbers. You can do the same for carbohydrates and for proteins. Just to be sure that you understand how many calories you have. If you have a specific quantity of proteins that you need to adjust to your nutrition every single day, you can make that numbers. For fats, it's a little bit different. So that is very important to understand this one, because it's not 1-to-1. It's 1-to-4 in proteins and carbs. Now the fat is a dietary fat, is one of the 3 macronutrients and play several key roles in our health. Are very important. We normally think that we don't need to eat it, but we need it. They are source of energy, provide the structure to our cells. They absorb and transport nutrients, and can act as a signal molecules. Fat is energy dense, but this is the key. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So this is the difference compared with carbohydrates and proteins. It's different because the quantity is higher. It's not the same 1 gram of carbohydrates compared with 1 gram of fats, because 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4 calories and 1 gram of fats is 9 calories. So you need to make that combination to be sure that you are not getting too much calories. If you want to know a little bit more in detail, how are you eating? It's energy dense, so that is the reason you can get the nuts, you can get the avocado, you can get the olive oil, that are very good options to get the fats. Or the fish, for example, besides of protein, they get some important fat sources, but you need to know how to make that combination to avoid to increment too much the quantity of fats. But if you want fats included in your nutrition plan, but be sure that your fats are getting the right nutrients. Here you can make a little bit of numbers to calculate your macronutrient needs, but it's a general. You know, I don't want to take much time to do this. I can give you this one here. You can read it by yourself. But in general, the quantity of protein, the fats and carbs is pretty much as I mentioned before. But keep in mind that this is for performance, for endurance athletes. If your goal is weight gain, gain or loss, you must consider all other factors. So probably you need to reduce a couple of the numbers or make some numbers based on your requirements. Depending on the volume of training, depending on the activities that you're doing every single day, these kind of things are pretty much the things that you need to make in consideration. The next point that I want to talk to you is your plate, because especially in this time of the year, and anytime you can use this same information for every time you're during the year. But now I want to be sure that you understand how you need to distribute your plate, because this one is a general distribution, but definitely keeps a lot of good options for you to make the better decision when you are putting food in your plate. The breakfast, normally the idea is to be sure that you are 50% protein and 50% high fiber carbs. You can get fruits, you can get a whole wheat bread, You can get eggs, or you can get a shake. Whatever you want, try to keep the 50%, 50%. The lunch is a 50% veggies, 20% fat, 20% proteins, and 20% high fiber carbs. The dinner is 75 veggies, 25 proteins, and the snack, that is an optional because you don't need to eat it. If you want it, it's okay. But if you feel that your 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner are enough, you don't need to add any extra thing. But if you need it, the optional snack can be 50% vegetables, 20% proteins, and 20% high fiber carbs. You can distribute it based on your necessities, and you can have a distribution wherever you feel good, but try to keep that distribution in your plate. That is a visual idea. You know, the idea is to give you something that you can manage wherever you are. Because if you know how you need to distribute your plate, you can do it and avoid something that is very useful for me, and I'm doing every single day in my home, and I try to do when I am out. If I can't, for some reason, I like to use the small plates. The small plates are giving you a visual idea that you are eating much food. So for me, it's choose a small plate and make the same distribution, not just give me the right distribution on my plate, but at the same time give me less food. If for some reason you want a little bit more of the protein, a little bit more of the veggies or something like that, you can repeat it. It's not so bad. But if you already distributed a small plate, it's a little bit better. And visually for you, you can see a big plate with a lot of food, but at the end, it's not too much. But if you have a plate like this and do the same distribution, maybe you probably add more food than you really need. For some reason, obviously in the party, when the place that you are, they give you a big plate, try to reduce your visual a little bit in the plate. Try to avoid to fill all the edges. Try to reduce a little bit more, but keep this same plate distribution. Okay, that give you an idea how you can put food in your plate every time. Especially when you're going somewhere, when they give you many options to choose, you can choose the best way and try to distribute your plate as better as you can. Remember that one thing that is very important, not just when the holidays, is everything, is to keep your water intake. It's recommended to intake your weight in pounds divided in 2. For example, if you're 120 pounds, distributed in 2 is 60. That means that 60 ounces per day of water is the one that you need. You may notice sometimes that you are not drinking enough water when you feel dry, when you have the dry skin. Obviously, if you are having some headache, you're constipated, you are feeling bad, you are not concentrating very well, you feel cramps in your body. This kind of extra thing is because you are not drinking enough water. So be sure that you're drinking enough water for many, not just for all the reasons. Number 2 is because that keep you full and you are not thinking that you need to eat a lot because probably you need more water. And number 3, because that help you to combine your food and your water, your food and your water, and you are not eating too much because you are in a good balance. Your body is in balance. You are drinking enough water, but you are eating it well. You know, both are in the same level. Just be sure that you are drinking enough water, especially the days that you are out, especially the days that you think that you are not, you are eating a little bit more food than normal. So that helps your body to digest better your extra food that you probably normally don't need. The last thing that I want to talk to you is how to enjoy the holidays overall, right? Know your day. What means know your day? If you know what is happening in your day, hopefully you know, because if, for example, you know that today in the night you have a dinner with your friends, you can organize better your breakfast and your lunch because you can eat a little bit more fruits, a little bit good lean protein in your lunch, and drink enough water during the day because probably in the night you know that this a little bit more heavy food, probably something that is not normal for you. If you know what is happening in your day, for example, if it's lunch, keep controlling. I always say that controlling, and not in the bad way. Controlling means that you are in control of your food. Stop thinking that the food needs to control you. Controlling your food means that you are able to control what is in your day. You need to know what is coming in your day. If you know that, if you control, okay, I can control my fruits, my vegetables, my breakfast, my lunch, because in the night I know I can have a party with a lot of extra food that I am not normally eat, that I can control my food. Okay, stay active during the day. This is very important. You are sitting in your desk all day, try to make something time of the day, try to move up and go around the house, meetings with your headphones around the house, around the neighborhood as possible. Try to keep your body moving. Yeah, besides of the workout activity, try to keep your body in constant movement during the day. Drinking of water, I already mentioned that. Sleep well. Sleep well is not just because to avoid to keep you tight. It's so important, right? But besides of that, the studies found that if you didn't sleep well, the next morning, the decisions that you make for your food are worse comparing with the days that you sleep well. You didn't sleep well yesterday night, your decisions today, your eating decisions are not well. So this is very important to take time for your sleeping time, take decisions around this, because the sleeping habits make changes in your eating habits the next day. So that is very important, because if you are sleeping well, you are feeling well the next morning, you are feeling good to take better decisions with your food. Eat everything in moderation. I don't say that you need to avoid the cake, avoid the dessert, avoid the wine, avoid this. The idea is to enjoy, because it's the holiday. You are taking time with your family, with your friends that you probably didn't see them for the last 2 years. The idea is to enjoy, but remember the moderation, because the same pie or the same cake you probably enjoying today is probably coming next month, or you can find them later, or you can eat today a little piece and tomorrow another piece. It doesn't mean that you need to eat the whole cake today because it's the last day of the world. I mean, thanks God, I hope you are in health to keep enjoying these kind of things. So stop thinking that you need to eat everything. And I already talked about this in one of my sessions before, is that if you start restricting, if you start depriving yourself with the food, then this is a cycle, because you stop, and then it's a moment when you say, I want it, and you can stop, and now you jump in the binge, and then you start binging, and the idea is you eat, because you all the time restrict. But if you already give your body a piece of cake to enjoy with your family, with your time, and that's it, it's okay. Your body you get it, and you feel good. You are not, if you are not eating the whole cake, that is not a problem. Eat everything in moderation. Eat the piece of cake, eat the piece of turkey, eat the potatoes, the sweet potato, the smashed potato, whatever option that you want, eat it in moderation. Everything is, the idea is to keep your mind in control. The food is not controlling you. You need to control the food. So you need to make a good plate, enjoy with your family, and eat it with your family, with your friends. Enjoy the moment, and that's it. Proteins and fiber are key. Proteins and fiber are key to keep you full. So if you want to keep full your body for a long time, the increment of fiber and protein is very important, not just to help your body, because the proteins help your body to replenish the muscle and help you build muscle too, and the fiber help your digest system. except if you have problems to have much fiber. Some people has. So if you don't have problem with that, keep the fiber and the protein in your list. Prioritize fiber and protein for every meal, especially protein, every single meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Meals needs protein. If you don't eat the protein, you are not feeling full. So the next hour, you will trying to find something else to eat. So keep eating that in that way. Um, Many other tips, many other things you can feel heal around, but keep your list of the way that you need during these holidays. How is the best way for you? It's not the way for your friend or way for your family, it's the way for you. How you feel is good for you. How is the best way to eat? How is the best, what is the best food for you? What do you really want? What are your goals? Stop thinking that you need to eat everything because you start in January, because it's not the difference. You need to start eating now well because it's the same January that December. I mean, even if in January you don't have the holiday parties, whatever, but you need to keep eating. You need to keep enjoying. And it's not January, it's in March. You have a party, you have a friend's party, you have a wedding, you have a whatever. And how you don't need to think about just holidays because it's the whole year. You have the whole year with activities, with the friends, with the now it's December, but the next month is other thing. So stop thinking that you need to deprive yourself and restrict yourself because then it's worse. Hope all this information is good for you. If if you feel that this information is useful, share it, save it, send me some questions if you need it. So let me know if you need more information about this. I will be trying to keep these kind of mini courses and master classes around because I really want to share with you all the knowledge that I have to be sure that you eat well, you know how to eat, and know the best option for you and your family to keep health, but at the same time enjoy all this time. Have a nice holidays and enjoy all the time. And remember, I'm here to help.